I'm a White Walker. This is going to be so much less funny when Game of Thrones is over and the White Walkers have destroyed the world. But for now, 1, my teeth have never looked whiter. 2, I'm a White Walker. I'm vlogging! It took me that long. Right outside. Subtubers, and welcome back to my channel. We're diving into, no, we're not diving into Frozen, I promise. We're diving into another new fandom this week. I would like to say eventually that will stop, but yeah. We're crossing into a new fandom this week, and it is Once Upon a Time. Now, I am a humongous fan of anything that takes Disney princesses and makes them adult. And makes them, you know, badass. I was always eventually going to fall for that once I got into it. Doesn't hurt that all the actors, male and female, are damn nice to look at. Once Upon a Time is definitely Disney World for grown-ups, and I have never been so thankful to be a grown-up. The irony of this is my character is not a grown-up. Roslyn is the daughter of Captain Killian Hook Jones and Rumpelstiltskin's former wife, Milah. Her full name is Roslyn Milah Jones, and let's get into what Once Upon a Time is all about. I'll admit, there's a lot of love stories in the show, but it's Disney. What do you expect? However, there's also an amazing amount of action and adventure, and it makes it so much fun, and it balances out, and it's hilarity and heartbreaking moments and heartwarming moments, and it's just, it is the just full spectrum of everything you want Disney, but with an adult twist. I am not much of a traditional Disney princess lover. My favorite princess is Belle, and only because she reads, faces off against jerks and beasts, and did you see the library? Okay. Other than that, I didn't really fall for the whole princess thing. I wanted to be Wednesday Addams growing up, and if that doesn't explain me in a nutshell, I don't know what does. But something about Once Upon a Time just caught my attention, and it hasn't let go yet. That's where Roslyn came from. I honestly created Roslyn just to have fun in the Once Upon a Time world. I mean, why else would I create a character? You know, most of the time that is the story. I create them to have fun in the world. But why I made her Hook's daughter is beyond me. If I have ever had an idea for that, I don't know what it is. Going in, I knew I wanted Roslyn to be touched by magic, but not necessarily have magic of her own. So at a young age, shortly after her mother dies and Hook goes to Neverland, she is spelled by a gypsy so that she's allowed to age in Neverland until about her mid-teens, and then, like the rest of them, she stops aging while she's there. Because of that magic, she can't be harmed by other kinds of magic. Not from Regina, not from Cora, not from Emma, none. Side effect of that magic is, as you can tell, her hair is prematurely gray, and the longer she's away from Neverland, the more she seems to be able to absorb the magic of others. Not only is she immune to it, but she can take it away. Through touch or by force of will, if there's too much distance between her and the other person. She can't take it away forever. She doesn't have that ability, but she can take it away for a time. So say she's being attacked by someone with magic and she needs time to escape, she can pull their power away from them long enough to get away. The easiest part of writing Roslyn, honestly, is her. There is nothing about her that's hard to write. She's one of those characters that flows so smoothly no matter what I'm writing for her. The way she is with other people, with adults, children, magical creatures, she's so sure of herself that everything comes without error or hesitation. I have very few characters like that. So when I come across one, I love writing them. There's just so much peace about not having to struggle with anything that sometimes it's almost too easy, but I have never and I will never take it for granted because it's a welcomed breath of fresh air. Best memory for Roslyn is when Hook and Emma get married. I know it takes a very long time for her to have a best memory, but she's watched her father for years as he mourned Milah, and then to finally see him happy and in love once again and finally getting his happily ever after. There's nothing she's ever wanted more in her life, not for herself, not for anyone else in her life. The thing she wants most is her father happy again, and seeing him get that with Emma as she stands there with Henry and Regina, it's a moment that probably nothing else will ever top for her. Worst memory also has to do with Hook, and it's everything with him being taken by the darkness, dying, being sent to the underworld, all of that. Basically the second half of season 5. At least I think it's season 5. Yeah, it's season 5. When they see the vision of Hook at his grave, bloody and beaten, Roslyn is terrified and she just starts crying. She turns to David and Snow for comfort, but there's very little that can ease the image or erase the image from her mind. When she thinks that Hook has to stay in the underworld and that she'll never get her father back, her heart is as broken as it can get. She's almost positive she'll never recover from it. Obviously, as we all know, Hook does come back. She does get her father back. Life is relatively okay. I made Roslyn for a fun time in Storybrooke and the Enchanted Forest, and I am having so much fun with her. Making her Hook's daughter definitely added an element I wasn't planning when I first started her, but that's what makes things interesting. I will admit I have not seen the last 2 seasons of the show, but I do have a vague idea of what has happened. Thank you, Tumblr. I will be getting around to watching it eventually. I'm just not ready for it to end, but it'll be a journey to see how it goes for Roslyn. And that is our character breakdown for this week for Roslyn Milah Jones. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Let me know down in the comments below your favorite pairing in Once Upon a Time. Let me know your favorite Disney princess or prince or princess in Once Upon a Time. And if your favorite character isn't a prince or princess, let me know who it is. As always, all my social media handles will be down in the description below, along with my blog if you want to read the post that goes along with this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit that little notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload. And I will see you guys in next week's video.